Hey, welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. And I'm here today bringing to you the 5 wide segment. This is the often imitated, never duplicated 5 wide receivers that you've got to get in your lineup. And I'm giving you 2 more that you're going to give consideration to. This is where price is going to meet performance. We're looking for value here. It would be very easy for me to just go ahead and spat out the top 5 most expensive wide receivers on DraftKings, or the cheapest 5 receivers that are starting on DraftKings, starting at minimum salary. But we're not doing that here. What we want to do is we want to fit other players in spots that we need. We want to maximize on the scoring any way we can. We want to maximize on scoring, maximize on price, maximize on value, and that's what this 5 wide segment is all about. So ride with me. I'm going to bring you these 5 wide receivers and throw in an extra 2 just for you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's talk it out. We talk about it. If you don't like my picks, call me out. We'll have a conversation about it. I'm willing to engage all of my subscribers. I thank you very much. Come along. Let's go. We're going 5 wide. Here we're going to take a look at Tyrell Williams. I like Tyrell this week. This wide receiver field for San Diego is kind of cluttered. You never know who's going to be that guy, but this is the most athletic, the leanest. This is the guy who's most like Keenan Allen on this team. You know, we lost Keenan Allen to injury this year, but just check him out as he works on inside the slot. Bigger guy inside the slot, just going up over the smaller corner and getting it. Making a nice little move to get out of bounds. Let's go ahead and take a look at it closely. Now, we've got him here. He's just going to push up the field and beat the corner that's on the inside on the slot. And I really think that against the a weak Atlanta defense, that Tyrell Williams is going to see a ton of targets, and he's going to be the one out of all of the wide receivers on that team to really give us that value that we're looking for. I believe Tyrell's about 4.3K. I believe that's a very good price for that much production. I like him. He gets an honorable mention in this week's 5 wide segment. No doubt about it. This next receiver, him and Jameis Winston have developed a rapport. Here we see him running the simple, slip out to the sideline. He's able to make a play after the catch. Vincent Jackson has departed from the team. He's on IR, so you're going to see a lot of Adam Humphries. I like him this week, going up against a really kind of suspect 49er defense. Here you see him just slip out. He slips out, makes a catch, and what I really want you to see in this play is the yards after the catch. This dude can move, man. This guy's from Clemson, really solid football player, young guy too. So he's going to come in, I believe, at 3K, which is minimum salary. So to get him in your lineup, and if he as a number 2 receiver, he catches a couple balls, maybe a touchdown, automatic return on your investment. I really like Adam Humphrey this week. You see how the play breaks down, man. We're in the sweatshop. We're breaking down game film. We're just not talking. We're going back and we're looking at where these players have done well. We're not just rolling with what we think. Check them out at the bottom of the screen here. This is the same play. Vincent Jackson is going to run out, take his man, and he's just going to make a catch. Now, this is telling you that they can depend on this guy to get some yak, to make a short catch into a really nice play. So he is somebody you can throw in your lineups. I really like Adam Humphrey this week. My number 5 receiver is none other than Deshaun Jackson, starting off the top 5, the 5 wide. Now, what you see here is him just simply beating him off of the line, beating the corner off the line. This is against a really good, really good Eagles defense. Let's check the next gen stats. We got 2 wide receivers stacked to the left with Deshaun on the inside. He just simply beats him off of the line, makes a great grab over the corner under the safety, and sneaks out of bounds without getting hit. Now, they do this a lot. This is something that they love to do. They love to run the deep drags with Deshaun, and just to get an overhead view, you see once he looks off that safety, and the safety has to choose. By the time he's choosing, hey, Deshaun's already behind the corner and just under the safety to make the grab. So Kirk Cousins, he's playing fairly well right now against the Detroit defense that's pretty weak. I can definitely see him make the same play, get that push, get off of the line, and make some grabs. So he has been playing at a depressed price for what we know of Deshaun Jackson because he hasn't had too many great weeks. But I think this is a week where we can get him in our lineup and see a really nice return at 5.7K, I believe. So here we are, Deshaun Jackson, number 5 in the 5 wide receiver segment. Get him in your lineups. We don't just talk about it. We break down film. We go back and we look and we see where players were successful. And I think Deshaun Jackson has a really good opportunity this week to have some success against Detroit defense. The number 4 receiver in the DFS Sweatshops 5 wide is going to be Mohamed Sanu. I really like Mohamed Sanu this week with all of the attention going towards Julio Jones. I think Sanu is going to be a really good value coming in at 4.4K. How can you not love him? He's going to catch the ball. He's going to get some targets. Check out the next-gen stats to see just how this red zone play breaks down. I love that he's in the red zone, playing out of the slot. You got Matt Ryan. He looks. Now, the running back is open. The running back is open here. If you look right here, the running back is open. But he has that much confidence in getting the ball to Sanu, a big, strong receiver, that he just got it in there to him, and he was able to turn into a touchdown. They ran both wide receivers out on sort of a fade patterns, but he knew all along he was going to Mohamed Sanu. I believe he can be like a safety blanket receiver for the rest of the year for Matt Ryan, and I really like him this week with Julio seeing an extended run of coverage, even double coverage in some cases. So I believe Mohamed Sanu for 4.4K, somebody you can get in your lineups and give you a really nice return on your investment. This is my number 3 receiver of the week, Allen Robinson, Mr. AR-15. I like Blake Bortles this week. Now, we see in this play how hard they are trying to get him the ball and how hard he goes in order to catch the ball. And I think we're really going to see that come out this week against the weak Oakland Raiders defense. You see him run, shimmy, turn, go hard to catch it. Now, Allen Robinson, he has been quite underwhelming for where we drafted him in our season longs and for, the amount of money that we would put into him week after week, but the price is steadily going down. He is on the decline as far as DK price coming in at 7.3K. And this is another play against Tracy Porter. This is what's happening. They're forcing it to him in the red zone, right? And Tracy Porter gets the pick. I think all of this changes this week. I really think we see a lot of Allen Robinson, 10-plus targets. I like him for 100 yards and a touch. Let's break down the play here. Now, we see here the corner backed off a little bit. So we take what the defense gives us. Stop right there. We take what the defense gives us. Little shimmy shake, get open. You see Bortles with the quick delivery. Bam, catch. So we're going to see a lot of this week. I really like Allen Robinson. He's somebody you can get in your lineups. He is my number 3 receiver this week. Let's look at the overhead view. We've got Allen Robinson highlighted. The safety backs off because he knows what he can get. He knows Robinson can run by him if he has to. That's why I really like Allen Robinson this week. He is my number 3 wide receiver in the 5 wide session. Now, I told you last week this was going to be my play. Here you see Odell burn him. You see that? That is just Odell taking over a game. This is what we were expecting going into week 6. We talked about this. Now, he had some off-the-field issues, but let's check out the next-gen stats. Let's see exactly what he did. Okay, now here, you're going to see Odell split off to the left. You see Eli. You see pressure. You see the kick out on the wide receiver so that he can go ahead and beat the safety and the corner deep. That's what Odell does. When Eli saw the guy in the middle of the field, now here in the DFS sweatshop, we don't just talk shit, man. We actually break down game film. Watch Odell again. Now, you're going to see the pressure come. Eli stands strong in the pocket, holds the safety, bam, goes over the top to Odell for the long gain. This is all day. Now, going up against that Rams secondary this week, I don't see a reason why he can't do it again. Watch it. Watch it. All right, we got Eli here, bam. He looks up the safety, holds him for a second, throws it right over the top to Odell. He is part of my 5 wide for a reason. This is my number 2 wide receiver this week. Let's watch it again. Now, what we're going to see here, we're going to see everybody push the coverage to the right. We're trying to get everybody on the right side of the field because we know we've got Odell in single coverage with 1 deep safety help. We're breaking down game film here, guys. We're not just talking. You know, let's be in the sweatshop right now. Watch him. All right. There he is. The wide receiver brings him out. Bam. Over the top to Odell for the long gain. He's going to be able to do this all week. I like it. Now, when you talk about the combination of just being a physical freak and then being a gifted receiver, you got to look at my number 1, my top play of the week. It is A.J. Green. The last time that I saw him as a top play, he definitely was. And this was actually in that game against the Dolphins. Here, you see kind of the play breaks down. He gets a little pressure on him, the quarterback here, Andy Dalton, and he does what he just reliable. He just throws it up, knowing that he has a really good shot of coming down with the ball. You see, we're on the left hash, so there's plenty of room over here for A.J. Green to work. The tight end comes over to help with protection. They bring the pressure right there on the left side. The play breaks down, and he tosses it up. He just tosses it up, and A.J. comes down with it. This is a physical freak, a really gifted receiver, and I think he is this week's top wide receiver play. Get him in your lineups. He's very affordable at 8.6K. He's a little less than Odell Beckham, who was my number 2 receiver on the week. And I really think that against the Cleveland Browns defense, these guys are going to have their way. This is the battle for Ohio. It's essentially a home game for both teams. Get A.J. Green in your lineups. He is going to return dividends. If I had to guarantee anything this week, I would guarantee that A.J. makes plays.